doing it by pencil back then.
Oh, yeah, flipping the pads.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, Mike still used one of those pads. Look at him.
Yeah. It's pretty good, man.
Next to make fun of my computer, it always works. There's no work.
Mine's not working right now.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
You got Mike, right? Who else you got?
We got Mike. We got his brother John, who has the inevitable task of putting all this shit together. I mean, it's incredible. We give him so much information, and he comes up aces for us, and puts it all together. And then our last guy is Barlow, and
he sounds tough. Already.
I tell you, I say we're all equally talented, and Barlow has all his talents, and that's all I can say about it. That's all I'm allowed. Now, you gave me, full warning, it's Barlow and just, me. I'm like, okay, great, that's all good.
We'll just nod at Barlow.
But so together, like we have meetings. You guys have meetings before you come online.
Yeah.
I don't know. But, so our meeting, I don't have any brothers. So these guys are pretty close. We have like a brother relationship,
Awesome.
It is. So our meetings they're energized, they're happy, they're over the top.
Yeah.
But they're also like loud, obnoxious, violent, volatile.
A lot of passion.
Yeah, when the dust settles, you get Pat&Broad.
Yeah, and I mean, we do the same. A lot of it happens afterwards at the bar. But I mean, you don't come up with what we're doing, what you're doing, by just showing up.
No,
it's got to take a little
It's
bit
a lot of work,
right.
man.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work, a lot of sacrifice, a lot of think tanks filled with Jameson.
Yeah, that's right. But I mean, it takes those ideas and bouncing those ideas off one another, and to have 4 strong like you guys do. That's what the 4th&Go motto is: 4 strong, right?
Exactly right.
And
strength in numbers.
It takes a lot of collaboration and cohesiveness to be able to come up with the end unit, and that what we see.
For sure.
I mean, Twitter is probably our biggest area we see you guys, but you also have your website, right?
We have patandbroad.com, and go there. You can see all our episodes. But we're big on Twitter and Facebook. So, and like I said, we're just starting out. We're just getting our feet wet, and we got a lot to say, like every Philadelphia fan,
And don't hold it back.
No, hell no, man.
No, why?
What
right?
is that, man?
You only live once.
Yeah, exactly right.
So let's move on to what we saw this week, because guys, I feel like we're going to get a lot from Pat&Broad, and as well as Joe and us here after seeing what we saw down at the link on New Year's Eve, 12/31, and the aberration, I'll say, that was the Eagles offense putting up a solid 0 points against the Dallas Cowboys is put a lot of doubt in the national media. It's put a lot of doubt in the fans across the country. I don't think it has triggered a little bit more trepidation here, but I think there's more hope here that there is external to this area. But I want to get your guys' reaction, because Nick Foles went out there. He commanded 4 series, went 4 for 11, threw a pick, and it was bad. It was ugly. But in my opinion, he was one Torrey Smith pass away from probably looking okay in that game. He just needs to make a catch, and maybe his numbers get reflected and we get a little bit more confidence. But what you guys saw was the continued Doug Peterson reliance on the pass. He went 66% pass against Oakland, 66.7% pass against Dallas when Foles was in the game. I don't get what he's trying to do outside of trying to give him the extra confidence that he needs going forward. It better be different in the playoffs. I'd love to hear your guys' take.
Well, one of the things that you mentioned is Doug Peterson using 66% pass, and I think he's trying to get Nick Foles in a rhythm. It's just not happening. And I think you're starting to see what Mark and I have been talking about these past few weeks, and that Nick Foles is a backup quarterback for a reason. He's got lead shoes.
I'm there too.
Lead shoes, that he can't get out of the pocket. I mean, you saw Nate Sudfeld kind of move around a little bit. It was kind of refreshing. Don't get me wrong.
Don't start with that. Come on.
I'm not calling for him to be the quarterback.
I heard it too much this week.
However, you look at Nick Foles, and he is what he is. He made a poor read on the interception. He's just struggling right now to command this offense, and I don't have much confidence in him at all.
Mike, he's worse than what he is. That's the scary part.
And I'd love to say that it's just because it was apathetic, things don't mean anything, and we're really just trying to get through to the playoffs so we can institute a game plan against the defense that we're going to face. I don't think it is. I really just think it is what it is.
Listen, you know where I stand on Nick Foles. We've had this discussion before. It is on selfie mode. Shout out to all the people out there on Periscope. Keep on tuning in. But listen, we know who Nick Foles is, and he is a quarterback who is a backup for a reason, right? He's very deliberate. He's a one-read quarterback, Dave. You talked about that before. And there needs to be a strong structure system and he needs a lot of support behind him if he's going to be successful. So all phases have to be working. The running game has to be working. The offensive line has to be working. They're going to need all these things in order to be successful in the playoffs. And, in order to prop him up to where he can move the ball down the field. And without that, it's going to be difficult. Now, as far as Doug, trying to get him in a rhythm against the Cowboys, yeah, I kind of agree with that. Like, I was okay with it. I don't want to see that in the playoffs.
No.
In the playoffs, I want to see a big dose of LeGarrette Blount, and I want to see a big dose of Jay Ajayi, hopefully to the tune of about 20 carries each, to be honest with you.
I'm good with that.
And I'd like to see less flags. The flags are killing us.
Especially